Hello guys, this is a section where we do geography quiz. So this is geography quiz section. Now I'm gonna tell you what's really gonna happen here. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, actually 10 questions about simple geography, and I will give 10 seconds for each question, and you're gonna have to note it down to your question in your brain or in your notebook as you like it, and at the end you can see how many questions you did right, and depending upon that, what's your score. Now don't forget to post your score in the comment box so I know how you're doing. So let's start with question number 1. The first question we have is, now the timer will start only when I have given all the 4 options. So first question is, which of the following is the biggest island in the world? So for your options, first one is Bruno Island, second one is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is also a country, Sri Lanka Island. And the third one is Australia, and the fourth one is Greenland. So your time starts now. The time ends here, and the right answer is D, Greenland. Greenland is the biggest island in the world. Bruno Island is actually the third biggest island in the world, and Sri Lanka is very small as compared to the rest of the options. Australia is actually bigger than all of these, but Australia is considered a continent. Not an island. So that's it. If your last question was right, congratulations. Now let's go to the second question. The second question is going to be very simple. Which of the following countries is not landlocked? Okay, so landlocked is a country which is surrounded by other countries on all the sides. It doesn't have a port. So the options are, option A is Afghanistan, option B is Switzerland, option C Israel, and option D Tajikistan. Your time starts now. And the answer to this question is C, Israel. Okay, congratulations if you got the first question right. Now we have come to the third question. Third question is, which of the following is the biggest delta in the world? Now we are talking about delta. As you know, delta is formed when a river meets an ocean. So we have option A, Okavango Delta, option B, Sundarban Delta, option C, Mississippi Delta, and option D, Amazon Delta. And your 10 seconds starts now. And the answer to this question is B, Sundarban Delta. Sundarban Delta, also known as Ganga Brahmaputra Delta, is the biggest delta in the world. So the next question, or the fourth question in our case, is, which of the following places receive highest rainfall in the world? Now we are talking about the place which receive the highest rainfall in the world, and our options are A, Mawsynram, Meghalaya, India, option B, Mount Wailele on Kauai in Hawaii, USA, option C is Belenden Care, North Queensland, Australia, and option D is Pudukottai district, Tamil Nadu, India. So your time starts now. The answer is A, Mawsynram, Meghalaya, India, and actually it receives a rainfall of 11,871 millimeter, and this is the highest rainfall any place in the world receives. Next question, actually it's the fifth question, is, which of the following is not a type of a mountain? So given us some type of mountains, and one of them is not a type of mountain. You have to figure out which. The options are A, fold. So it will be like this: fold mountain, if fold is a mountain. Second is dome, third is perennial, and fourth is plateau. There are 4 types given. One of them is not a mountain type, and your time starts now. answer to this question is C. Perennial is not a type of mountain, it is a type of a river. Fold mountain, Dome mountain, Plateau mountain are all type of mountain. Perennial is actually a type of river. Okay, so next question, sixth question is, which of the following countries have most number of time zones? I suppose you guys already familiar with the thing what is time zone. So which of the following country has the most number of time zones? Which country has the most time zones? And the options are A. France, B. Russia, C. China, and D. Australia. Okay, so your time starts now. And the answer to this question is A. France. It's not longitudinal wise largest, it is latitudinal wise largest. It has very wide extent on from east to west. But the reason that A. France is the country having the most time zones is because France has many territories over all part of the world. So it comes at handy that France has 12 time zones, whereas Russia has 11 time zones. The one interesting thing is option C, China has only one time zone, although it's very big country. We have come to the seventh question now, and congratulations if all your questions are up to now are right. Now the seventh question is, which of the following is not a transcontinental country? As you may know, transcontinental is a country which is more than in one continent. So our options are France, Turkey, Egypt, and Israel. So you have to tell which of these countries is not transcontinental. Is France transcontinental? Is Turkey transcontinental? Is Egypt? Is Israel? And your 10 seconds starts now. So the answer to this is option D, Israel. You know, France, you may think France it is entirely in the continent of Europe, but because it has territories, France is actually not a transcontinental country. Also, Turkey is very easy to know that it is a transcontinental country because of its famous city of Istanbul. Istanbul is in Europe, whereas the mainland Turkey is Asia Minor. The option C, Egypt, Africa, but it has some part of it in Asia too. And option D, Israel, is the right choice. We have come to question number 8, and this question is a little hard. Which of the following is the hottest place on earth? So out of the given 4 options, you have to tell which place is the hottest. Now this question is a little bit harder because all the 4 options are the places where it is very hot climate throughout, and it is very hard to understand. You can't just rule out any of the options. So the options are A, Death Valley, California, United States, and option B, Marble Bar in Australia, option C, Azizia in Libya. Libya is a country in the continent of Africa, if you don't know, and option D is Basra, Iraq. So your time starts now. And the answer to this question is C, Azizia. Okay, so many of you must be thinking that Death Valley is actually the hottest place, but it's not. Although if you Google it, it will say Death Valley, but actually the C option, Libya, Azizia, is the hottest place on the earth. And I will also give you temperatures of all these places so you can have a better understanding. The Death Valley in California have highest recorded temperature of 134 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so this temperature was recorded in 1913. And the temperature in Marble Bar, Australia is actually the lowest among the given option. It is 113 degree Fahrenheit. And in Azizia, which is our winner, the temperature is 136 degree Fahrenheit. Basra, Iraq is 129 Fahrenheit. Okay, so you can see the highest recorded temperature in Azizia. We have come to the 9th question, and I'm going to finish this video as soon as possible because it's taking too much time. 9th question is, which of the following is the highest volcano mountain in the world? Highest volcano mountain. So options are Mount Pinatubo, and I actually gonna tell you where they are, so I don't have to write it again. Mount Pinatubo is in Philippines, and second option is Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro is very famous mountain. It is tallest in Africa, and it is in Tanzania. Mount Tal is also in Philippines, and Mount Cotopaxi is actually in Ecuador. And your 10 seconds starts. Okay, so that's about 10 seconds, and answer to this is D, Mount Cotopaxi. Mount Cotopaxi has height of 5897 meters. Mount Tal is at actually height of 1021 meter. It is the shortest among the options. Mount Kilimanjaro is actually nearest to Mount Cotopaxi. It has the height of 5895 meters. You can actually see it is a very small difference of about only 2 meter, and the Mount Pinatubo, the first option is very small as compared to others and is 1485 meters. So, and it is which of the following lake is formed by volcanic activities. So some lake are formed by volcanic activities, and keep in mind this is not the name of actual lake, this is type of lakes. Okay, so the first one is Caldera Lake. So Caldera Lake is what is it the type of lake which is formed by the volcanic eruption, or the karst lake, or the lagoon, or the freshwater lake. So your time starts now. So answer is A, Caldera Lake. Caldera Lake is a type of lake which is formed by the volcanic crater. Crater is a circle-shaped depth area in which water is deposited and it is formed a lake. So Caldera Lake is the right answer. Thank you so much.